ballpark that opened up in 2000. Just as great as it was on opening day of that year. Still holds up. Young fans on the field greeted by the Giants, who have taken the field as well and given out autographs. So let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup as they do that. It's brought to you by TikTok. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, leads off. Then Juan Soto in right. Aaron Judge is in center. The middle of the order, Verdugo, Stanton, and Rizzo. And the bottom third of the order, Torres, Wells, and LeMahieu. And they're facing a tough cookie tonight. That is Logan Webb. He's the ace of the staff. 12 games, 4-4, 2.74 ERA. And you see all of his numbers. Now let's check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report.
Well, he is the ace, Michael. I mean, he is in the top 10 of almost every main pitching category, including a 2.74 ERA and fourth in innings pitched. He ranks high. I mean, since 2021, he is third in wins in the National League with 41 and first in ground ball percentage at 59.4%. This is really good, and he's only given up 2 home runs in 72 and a third innings this year. Again, since 2021, he is the first in the major leagues at keeping the ball in the ballpark.
We'll check out the defense behind him, presented by Defender, Ramos, Matos, and Yastrzemski. Left to right in the outfield. Infield, Chapman, Schmidt, Wisely, and Flores. That's third to first. Trenton Brooks is the DH. Patrick Bailey, the catcher, is behind the plate, and he's catching Logan Webb. Well, the Yankees and the Phillies are the only teams in baseball with 40 wins. Yankees are 40-19. Yesterday's loss for the Giants dropped them to 500 at 29-29. Yankees have had a good road trip so far. They took 2 of 3 in each of the first 2 series in the first game in this series. Looks like a bigger crowd than last night, which was about 35,000. Logan Webb is ready. Anthony Volpe is ready. And let's do it in San Francisco. First pitch is a strike, and we're underway. Nick Marley is the home plate umpire. Jonathan Parra at first. Hunter Wendelstedt is at second. The crew chief, Marvin Hudson, is at third. 1-1 on Volpe. Volpe had a great month of May, hitting .293. Slow ground ball, left side. Chapman fields, fires, got him. All right, Paul, time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, it's a new month, but May was unbelievably fantastic for the Yankees. They were 21-7, which is first in the major leagues, and keep climbing. We're talking about Aaron Judge, now leading the league in home runs, 2 more last night. And by the way, he hit .371 in the month of May. And don't forget us, the Yankee pitchers at 145, 45% better than the average. And to this point, that would be a franchise record if the season were in today. But, you know, we're going to keep playing, Michael.
Yeah, the franchise record is 132, which was in 1939, which means they were 32% better than the average pitching staff. 1-1 on Soto. Let's scout the home plate umpire, Nick Marley. He is considered pitcher friendly, more outside strikes on righties, more high strikes on lefties. Nick's in his 8th big league season. Three and 1 on Soto. Soto hitting .347 with a .458 on base percentage in his last 13 games. And in his last 8 games at Oracle, 13 for 31, .419, 4 homers and 6 ribbies. He's worked the count full. Line drive, left field, it's a base hit. Cutting over is Ramos, he'll cut the ball off. Big turn by Soto, and he wisely stays at first with a single. And that's going to bring up Aaron Judge, and we're cooking up something special with Hexclad. In the month of May, Judge with 26 extra base hits. Joe DiMaggio had 31 in July of 37. Lou Gehrig with 29 in 1930, and then Aaron Judge is tied with Babe Ruth twice with 26. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. One and 0.
You see what Webb does. I mean, we talked about his ground ball rate. Really good sinker with a breaking ball and a changeup that loves to keep the ball on the ground.
1-1. You could hear as I was giving you the Hexclad stats, hearty boos for Aaron Judge. Giant fans angry he did not take the money and play here in San Francisco.
I think Aaron Judge is right where he wants to be, Michael, and that's a New York Yankee, hopefully for life. An opportunity to take this team back to the World Series.
Well, he said yesterday it would have been great playing here. He said, but I'm where I am supposed to be. (3-1). Big cut on the change. 3-2. It's a tough league. There's no fastball counts anymore.
Nope. I mean, pitchers pitch backwards and they'll try to double up, and again, off-speed pitches and fastball counts. It's pretty much the norm this day and age.
Soto was about a foot off the bag.
I was just saying, not hard to get back on that one.
Runner goes. Fly ball right field on the run as Yastrzemski runs out of room. It's out of play.
And Michael, where he is exactly where he wants to be with the New York Yankees. He did admit after the game last night that it was a little surreal hitting 2 home runs here. He said it really hit him as he was rounding second base, thinking about some of the home runs he witnessed as a kid when he was here with his family. Cool moment for Aaron Judge, who typically keeps things pretty tight to the vest.
Foul ball. Soto just gave 2 fist bumps to Hunter Wendelstedt at second base.
Gotta stay friends with the umpires, you know that?
Yeah.
Or at least try.
You ever think of that?
I didn't fist bump any, I'm gonna tell you that.
Runner goes. Boy, he's getting in his running right now early. So Wendelstedt says, no, it was a foul ball. Thank you.
Once you've taken off 2 or 3 times, you hope the hitter makes contact because you're getting a little tired.
There he goes. Driven deep to left field. Ramos back, track, wall. See ya. A long home run and a dream weekend for Aaron Judge. It's 2-0 Yanks.
This is really becoming ridiculous, Michael. I mean, this is some kind of pace that he has put together the last month or so. His 21st of the year in the scouting report. Webb's only given up 2 home runs all year. Well, make it 3 and a long one.
That was really back there, Paul.
Yeah, that was much farther than last night's. He went dead center field and he went to left field, but that ball halfway up the bleachers in left field.
Verdugo takes a strike. What a performance by Aaron Judge. 2 yesterday, 1 today. That's definitely more than halfway.
That's quite a shot.
Just headed toward that glove out there in left center.
I wonder if that counts as an out, huh? Wow.
464 feet.
It's in the cool air of San Francisco. imagine having that type of power.
Grounded to Flores. He flips to Webb. You know, it's funny. Aaron Judge is one of the more well-liked baseball players amongst baseball players.
Yeah.
He treats the game with respect and not taking anything away from people that flip their bat and pose. And he never does that. He just hits the ball and then just puts his head down and runs.
Yep. I mean, it's something to be seen because, you know, with this day and age, everybody has a bat flip or something they do. He just jogs around the bases and figures to hit a lot more.
Here's Stanton. So he turns the calendar for May and says, okay, June, here we go.
Yes, sir. Might as well start the month off with a 460-some-foot home run.
Yankees have 87 home runs as a team, the most in baseball, and Webb doesn't give up many home runs.
Yeah, something had to give, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said in the scouting report since 2021, he leads Major League Baseball. It was .60, so almost a half of a home run a game, which leads all of baseball. With that good sinker, tried to trick Judge with a breaking ball. Didn't quite trick him.
Fly ball center field. Matos is there. And that'll do it. Well, after a May with showers of home run, well, he flowers June with a home run. There's no stopping Aaron Judge. Yankees 2, Giants coming to bat. 1 in the first inning. We'll take a look at the Giants starting lineup. Brought to you by TikTok, Matos, Flores, and Bailey at the top of the order. Then it's Chapman, Yastrzemski, and Ramos. And the bottom third is Brooks, Schmidt, and Wisely. And they're facing Cody Poteet. He has 1 start in the big leagues this year. That was April 13th at Cleveland. He pitched very well, got the win. Let's check out the Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report on Cody.
Kind of talking about it, Michael. He is the 6th man. He did have a start in Cleveland. It was part of a doubleheader, but the Yankees have had, even without Garrett Cole, a great 5-man rotation until last outing. Clark Schmidt, a little injury, but number 11, Petita's had 10 career starts going into tonight's game. 3-4 with a 4.67 ERA, but he had a good one back to his start in Cleveland in April this year. 6 innings, only gave up a run and got the win.
1-0 to Matos. Well, when the Yankees signed Poteet during the offseason, I got a text from a personnel person in baseball that said, what a smart signing.
Really?
This guy's coming back from injury. The Yankees got him at the right time. This guy can pitch. One. Fouled off the foot of Matos. Here's the Yankee defense presented by Defender. Verdugo, Judge, and Soto left to right in the outfield. LeMahieu, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo third to first. Wells behind the plate. Stanton's the DH. Poteet is on the mound. You know, Meredith, I was, reading some of the quotes from the players in the Yankee clubhouse yesterday. It seems like they're kind of in awe of Judge, too.
I think everyone is when you see what they're doing. He's doing stuff that other players have never done before. And I go back to Alex Verdugo, who first said it when he was in San Diego, said it again to me yesterday. What Aaron Judge did in the month of May is a good season for some players, and he did it in 1 month. And it's really wild when you think about it. He was really trying to find himself at the plate in the month of April, and he goes to leading the majors in home runs by the end of May.
Just an amazing stretch. Now, not everything has gone right for Judge. Remember that first inning ground ball yesterday that was initially scored an E6? Then inexplicably it was changed to a hit. And now, overnight, they changed it to an E6 again.
So they listened to the broadcast. They heard your replay on it, and they changed it.
Or maybe they just, had a rational thought that that's an error.
Right at the shortstop, you make contact, it's a hit, right?
Matos back in the box. 2-2.
Now Poteet, if you go through his arsenal, he's a good sinker, changeup, big breaking ball, and a short little breaking ball, but he's a good sinker ball pitcher. Again, trying to keep the ball on the ground.
Tap slowly right side. Rizzo fields. Fires to Poteet. Got it. Now let's check out the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 60 degrees feels like 55. 7% chance of rain. Humidity 79%. The wind is blowing from left to right. Didn't affect Judge's ball, though.
No, you know, he hits the ball so hard that the wind has no chance to even touch it. But this is one of the weirder places when you think about it, Michael, because it's cool here today. And, you know, I got in the car today, and we drove about a half an hour away, and it's 85 degrees. And then you drive back, go a little north, it gets colder. I mean, it's just within a matter of miles. Good play by Verdugo. He's had some issues out there last night with the wind. And again, I said this ballpark, because there's really no high wall, the wind can really affect the baseball. And it kind of swirls. But a good play going right in front of him. But if you notice that, I mean, you can drive 15, 20 minutes and it can go to 85 degrees, and all of a sudden you come back to Frisco and it's 60 and the marine layer comes in and the wind's blowing. It's a weird area.
There's Patrick Bailey. And a strike. Catcher batting third. Yankees lead 2-0 on the Judge home run. Good changeup.
And Michael said we went up to Palo Alto, where Stanford was, just to take a look at it. It looked like a country club. One of the most beautiful universities I've ever seen.
You going to enroll?
They didn't like my application. Didn't last long.
Bailey goes down on strikes. A 1-2-3 inning for Poteet and the Yanks. $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet wins. You made that trip. Did you go over to the Golden Gate?
Nah, we went north tomorrow. I think we'll just head over the bridge just
right.
to say we did it again.
A little Sausalito, maybe?
Possibly. You know you're way out here, don't you?
Not really. I heard somebody say it.
It's not your first rodeo out here, though. You've been out here many times.
0-1 on Rizzo.
A big monkey off Anthony Rizzo's back last night by finally getting an extra base hit. Should have been a home run in most ballparks. Off the wall, the high brick wall out in right center field. See if he can take that and become a little more aggressive, a little more confident, and get on a streak of his own.
The 0-2. Fly ball left field. Ramos on the run. He's there to make the play. All right, so Judge's home run went 464 feet. We joked about, you know, it almost got to the glove.
Yeah.
You know how far the glove is from home plate?
I'm going to say five and a quarter.
501, because it was sponsored by Levi's, 501 jeans.
Nice.
So it's 501 feet from home plate.
Yeah, Levi's, that's big time out here.
Oh, yeah. They're based here. Skied the other way off the bat of Gleyber Torres, out of play. No one's ever hit the glove in the 24 years of Oracle Park. It's gone through many names. Started off as Pac Bell Park, then SBC Park, then AT&T Park, and now Oracle Park.
You know, remember in 2000, we opened this ballpark, Michael, and an exhibition game before we opened the season. But walking in here for the first time, I was like, wow, they did this right. And it's just a beautiful ballpark.
Didn't you hit the first home run here?
I actually hit a home run that day, yeah, out in left center field off Mark Gardner. I thought it was the first one. Maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, it's happened so long ago, Michael, you start to forget stuff.
Ground ball at third. And the backhanded scoop by Flores. You know, the owners of the Giants have a great appreciation for their history in New York as well. And in New York, they played for the Polo Grounds. So when they were selling the naming rights to this ballpark, they actually went to Ralph Lauren and asked him if he would sponsor it so it could be the Polo Grounds.
But he's too big of a Yankee fan, right?
I guess he said no, and it became Pac Bell Park. But how cool would that have been for this to be called the Polo Grounds? Oh, 0-2 on Austin Wells. Swing and a miss, so a bounce back inning for Logan Webb. Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Tonight's picture was submitted by Thomas. He and his kids escaped the Sacramento Heat with some Yankees baseball in San Francisco. Good choice, Thomas. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Matt Chapman will lead it off against Cody Poteet. You know, Poteet's going to get a little bit of a run here because Clark Schmidt's on the IL for a while. You know, they say 4 to 6 weeks of not even picking up a baseball. He thinks it could be shorter, but still you're looking at close to 2 months. And I would say best case scenario, maybe Cole gets back by the end of June, maybe. So he's going to get his share of starts right here.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for him. And again, building from his start in April where he shut down the Indians, you know, he could really open some eyes here. You know, Michael, I don't do the Cleveland series intentionally because I still call them the Indians. Now they're the Guardians. I make the mistake. I apologize. It just happens.
Did you just say Indians again?
I did.
Oh. Huh.
I even screwed it up on the road. We're not even playing them.
3-2 on Chapman. Chapman has an on-base streak of 18 straight games, hitting .309 during that time. Take a look at Poteet's first start against the Guardians on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. This was his arsenal.
Yeah, I see a lot of sinkers, and he plays that changeup off of it because it kind of has the same movement as the sinker.
And guys, Austin Wells was actually behind the plate for that start as well, and I caught up with him in the clubhouse today to ask him about the start and Poteet, and he said the thing he liked most, not only was he using both sides of the plate, but he was getting ahead early in counts, which allowed him to expand the strike zone. Guardians hitters were swinging, and obviously he worked into that 6th inning, so it allowed him to go deeper in the game. But Paul, you just mentioned that changeup. That pitch has played well for him in the majors. He throws it almost 27% of the time. A good weapon for Poteet. And Michael, you talked about how he was out with a blister, 12 days off. He was throwing in between, but Matt Blake told me before the game, probably between 70 and 80 pitches, so not fully stretched out, but the Yankees bullpen is in pretty good shape.
And they have an off day coming up on Monday.
A little blister, mister. You know, it sounds like such a joke. How could you miss a game? But boy, that is an issue to some pitchers, some guys, just time and time again. And it's just caused by the, you know, when you release the ball, the seam of the baseball just kind of rips the finger.
That's a party boat. People are lit.
Excuse me, Michael. You explain that?
They're very happy. 1-0 to Yastrzemski. I mean, we've heard horror stories. You know, our friend Al Leiter for years had trouble with blisters. And Nolan Ryan used to soak his fingers in pickle brine,
right,
to toughen up the fingers and the skin. Nice play there by Rizzo to Poteet. 2 away.
Good play by Rizzo. What he is really good at is he's able to get something on the ball and lead the pitchers. And, you know, he's not just kind of lobbing it. Look, this is almost a sidearm throw. Picture perfect.
So here is Elliot Ramos. Just missed. 1-0. And that sinker clips the outside corner, 94 miles an hour.
You look at opportunity, and Ramos is right now going to get an extended look with Conforto going down with the bad hamstring. So he was just called up to replace him, and he's going to get a shot. A lot of playing time.
2-2. Yankees lead 2-0 on the Judge mammoth home run in the first. And down goes Ramos. And Poteet 6 up, 6 down, over 2. We go to the third. Access exclusive content and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Wow.
That's at Fisherman's Wharf. Yes, seen that many times.
Didn't you see them at the San Diego Zoo?
Yeah, no, I saw him in La Jolla.
Oh,
also.
that's right, La Jolla.
I didn't want to double up on this trip. I saw enough of those. I didn't go to the Wharf today.
Ground ball through the right side, a base hit for LeMahieu.
See, DJ LeMahieu really is coming back. Kind of, this is his spring training, you know, with all the injury to his foot. To see him get going, boy, would really lengthen this lineup. He can do so many things with the bat.
There's Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe, a former first-round draft pick for the Yankees, and on this date in 1992, the Yankees selected a young man out of Kalamazoo. With the 6th pick in the first round, Derek Jeter's Yankee career began today in 1992.
Was he the 2nd overall pick?
He was the 6th.
6th? I think Nevin went in that.
Nevin was the 1st.
Okay.
Line drive, it's a base hit to left field. It'll go to the warning track and to the wall. LeMahieu rounds third. He's going to stop right there. It's a double for Volpe, and the Yankees are set up. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
Well, Ramos went a long way for this. He was playing Volpe way over in left center field. I thought DJ was going to have a chance. See the ball just hanging out over the plate, just ripped down the line. Look how far Ramos had to go to get this. Rojas held up DJ LeMahieu. With no outs, no reason to take a chance. And DJ actually had to figure out if it was going to get over Chapman's head to start with. From what I've seen with the, the displaced fracture he had in his foot, he seems to be running pretty well.
Volpe with that double now has a 28-game on-base streak, same as Judge. Infield is in for the Giants. They want to cut off that run. And that's a gamble. When you have second and third, a ground ball squeaks through, that's 2 runs you're giving up.
Yeah, this is awful early in the game, especially with a hitter as good as Juan Soto to bring the infield in. Kind of a weird shift, too, with the infield in. You still have shortstop Casey Smith over towards second base.
One and two on Soto. Singles to left in the first inning. He fouled that ball, I think, off his leg. Judge making more fans. Yep, his foot. 2-2. High fly ball, deep left. Ramos back. He's on the track. And he'll make the catch. Tagging LeMahieu. He'll score. Going to third is Volpe. It's a sac fly for Soto, and it's 3-0 Yanks.
Well, it was almost much more than a sac fly. This ball carried a long way. Easily a good, easy sacrifice fly, but possibly a 3-run homer that just came up short. Sinker up in the strike zone, which allows Soto to go the other way with it. I think he definitely thought he had a shot. That's one of the parts that you can go deep here at 354 left center.
Infield still in with Volpe at third and 1 out. The sac fly for Soto now gives him 50 runs batted in on the season. Two and 0. Only Jose Ramirez of the Guardians has more with 57.
I was going to say, I mean, we're wasting our time here. Just throw 4 fingers up. You can't pitch to Aaron Judge right here.
Well, he's certainly challenging Verdugo now. Bob Melvin said give 2 a try and then decided to just walk him intentionally.
It's where Verdugo, all of a sudden, hitting fourth, it's a little strange to see, but these situations here, being a contact hitter, you can tack on runs.
By putting Judge at first, that allows him to back up to double play depth. Ground ball and through for a base hit. Volpe scores. Judge stops at second. An RBI single for Verdugo. And the Yankees lead 4-0.
You can see Verdugo kind of laughing, but it's a great approach. I mean, they were playing him to pull. And, that whole left side of the infield is open. I mean, he almost jammed himself to shoot the ball the other way. But again, look at the switch, or the shift. A lot of opening over there. Sometimes as a hitter, it's easier to hit the ball the other way than it is to really get out and pull one.
Here's Stanton. So Stanton with a fly ball to center in the first inning. He's 1 for his last 21. Let's go Yankees chant here at Oracle.
It's been a real flip-flop for the San Francisco pitching staff. In April, the starters pitched at like a 3 ERA, and the bullpen was horrible, well over 5. Well, in May, it completely flip-flopped. The starters over 5, and the bullpen now is kind of settled things down to around 3. Just can't figure it out.
Rizzo on deck, 2-1 count on Stanton. Judge at second. Verdugo's on first. Verdugo just picked up his 30th ribby. 3-1. So the Giants ace comes in with a 2.74 ERA. He's given up 4. And we're only in the third. This should be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. So the Yankees get 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Yankees, the Martian, in 13 rehab games. No ill effects from the surgery. 347, 4 home runs, 10 ribbies. And he underwent Tommy John surgery last September. And he is hopeful to return this summer. Where he returns, well, that's anybody's guess. Right now there's no room on the Yankees, and obviously he still has options remaining, but he gives them a great option. Young player with so much talent, and so far he's come back nicely from the surgery. Trenton Brooks takes the ball, 1-0.
And Michael, the Yankees are going to have to make that decision very soon because his rehab assignment is set to expire within the next week. But he did speak the other day when he was playing for the Somerset Patriots and said he feels great. He doesn't know what the future is going to hold, but wherever he is, he's going to try to perform at his best. And you look at this roster right now, you can't imagine that they're going to make any changes knowing that he does have options.
And the only way you could fit him into this roster now would be to sit on the bench, and that's going to just impede his maturation. Let him get at bats at AAA. And then if something comes up, an injury or something like that, he'd be ready to, plug and play.
Meredith, those nails are something. Are those new sparkly nails? You were talking to Michael. I was like, wow, look at that.
This is all road trip, Paul. You finally noticed.
Well,
all right.
He had a hat and gloves on yesterday. I never knew.
Hey, this is a newly purchased sweater today. Leave me alone. Hey, speaking of guys rehabbing, though, Garrett Cole most likely is going to start a rehab assignment next week, but Aaron Boone said nothing official yet, but he did come through his last session pretty well, so moving in the right direction.
Well, Trenton Brooks ends up walking, so that's the first base runner for the Giants. And here's Casey Schmidt. Called up for the second time. His first go around earlier in the year is 3 for 22. This one is driven deep to left field. Verdugo back on the track at the wall. See ya. A 2-run home run for Schmidt. It's 4-2 Yankees.
You talk about just a bounce back hit. Bam, a quick 2-run homer. San Francisco right back into the game. The sinker didn't have much action on it, and Smith knew it immediately.
First hit for the Giants, a loud one. And there's a strike to Brett Wisely. Played shortstop yesterday, playing second base today, batting 9th. High fly ball, right center. Judge calls off Soto, makes the play as Wisely gave it a ride. 1 down.
Yeah, there's certain areas of this ballpark as a hitter you just want to stay away from, and that's one right there. And that wall just jets out to 415 feet, and the way the ball does not carry in the deep parts of the gaps. Not a good place to be.
You see how deep it is out there, and you just marvel at the amount of home runs Barry Bonds hit. And they've moved the fences in the last couple of years to make it a little more reasonable. But when Bonds was playing, he was out there. Line drive, left field coming on for Verdugo. He makes the play. Got a good jump. 2 down.
Yeah, speaking of Barry Bonds, I remember when we opened this ballpark, I said we had an exhibition. As you see Verdugo again, just time and time again, great jumps, makes it look easy. But the big question was when the ballpark had opened, you know, is anybody going to be able to hit the ball out of right field into the water, into McCovey Cove? And I think it was game 2 of that little exhibition series. Andy Pettit kind of ran one in on him, and he hit one so far out of my head, I kind of just moved in to see. And yeah, we heard a splash, so we knew that was doable. And you see the splash hits 103 by the Giants. Barry Bonds had 35 of them himself.
No righty batter has ever hit one into McCovey Cove. Two and two.
Call McCovey Stretch, wasn't it? Wasn't that his nickname? I talked to some people that, you know, really grew up in this area. He hit the ball as hard as anybody in baseball. Big left-handed hitter.
Well, to end the 1962 World Series, McCovey hit a blinding line drive that almost knocked over Bobby Richardson, and that was the end of the series. Strike 3. Flores down looking. But the 2-run home run by Schmidt. We've played 3 in San Francisco, 4-2 Yanks. Yankees news. Don't miss out. Join the ultimate sports community today. Cadillac scoreboard, 4-5-0 Yanks, 2-1-0 for the Giants. Anthony Rizzo will lead off. Swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left. Ramos back on the track, and he makes the play. Ball's traveling out there.
Yeah, you saw Verdugo, who I consider to be a very good outfielder. Ball flew over his head last night. I mean, the wind swirls here, and it can really affect the way an outfielder plays the ball. You look at the 4 runs that New York is the Yankees have put up already, and it's kind of a big surprise. Logan Webb at home this year in 5 starts, 3-1 with a 1.03, which is 3rd best in baseball as far as pitchers' ERA at home.
Webb is 27 years old, been in the big league 6 years.
You look at his career numbers, Michael, and he's probably one of the best pitchers to never make an all-star game. I mean, he has got good career numbers, a career 3.34 ERA, 10 games over 500, 46 and 36. He's just pretty solid pitcher year in and year out. Never made an all-star team.
He does have one distinction, Paul. He's the last primary pitcher to homer. Ground ball to first, and they touch the bag. Wells didn't run acted as if he fouled the ball off his foot. So an easy out as Flores steps on the bag. Yankees go down in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. A marquee matchup with the LA Dodgers and the Bronx. Stars will be out. Judge, Soto and the Bombers battle Ohtani, Betts, Freeman and the Dodgers. Special pregame coverage begins Friday at 6 on Yes and the Yes app. Patrick Bailey swings and misses as we start at the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Giants' order against Cody Poteet. So Meredith, I saw before the game you interviewed the RZA.
I did indeed.
How'd that go?
It was fantastic. He's a huge Yankees fan, Paul. Did you
Oh,
know
is that right? Well, I know one thing. They were jamming between innings to the Wu-Tang Clan. He's kind of the founding member, right?
He's from New York, grew
Okay.
up on Staten Island, and I asked him who his favorite Yankee was and said, well, in the 70s, Reggie Jackson. But of course, he saw you play, he saw
Really?
all of those teams play. He was so excited to be here. And something you do not see every day, he actually covered that lovely jacket with a Yankees jersey. So he's here promoting Hip Hop Night. It's the first ever Wu-Tang night here at Oracle Park, and he put on a Yankees jersey. I
Nice.
loved it.
Ground ball to Rizzo, flips to Poteet.
That's official then. I'm going to work out to Wu-Tang tomorrow.
I love it. Now, do you know what Wu-Tang stands for?
I know you're going to tell us, Michael.
Witty, unpredictable, talent, and natural game. Wu-Tang.
Now this is great because I asked him if he was going to throw out the first pitch tonight, and he just looked at me and smiled and said, "I can't be 50 Cent out there. I don't want to. I don't want to be like 50 Cent. No first pitch for me." So he punted on that. But he was talking about when he was growing up, he would try to earn extra money to go to the stadium when they threw out the Reggie bars. He wanted to be there.
Well, that was the opening day after the 3-home-run game. The next opener, they threw all the Reggie bars out on the field.
And then I asked him, how much do you keep up with this current team? And he said, how can you not know what Aaron Judge is doing right now? He is dialed in. I loved it. And his wife is a West Coast, from the West Coast. She's a Dodgers fan. So on Friday, I'm sure they're both going to be tuning into Yes to see how that one shakes out.
2-1 on Chapman. Now I have a particular affinity for protect your neck. How about you, Meredith?
I just can't. I just can't. Did you just Google that, Michael?
No.
I
Meredith,
know.
you can't
If
even
you
talk
look-
now.
I can't, because here's the thing, Paul. I saw him go up and shake his hand, and I'm like, there's no way Michael K has any idea who that is. And sure enough, Michael K knows everything.
Now, if you check X and my Instagram account, I have a picture of me and the RZA, and I wrote protect your neck.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
Because thank goodness our esteemed producer Troy Benjamin was with you to make sure that you had all the facts right.
Also like the song Can It Be All So Simple? That's a good
What
one
about
too.
Cream?
Cream's not bad. Method Man's not bad.
Okay.
Please don't try to catch me.
Paul's just shaking his head over there.
I've been trying to stump him for 20-some years, Meredith.
I thought this was it, Paul. I really thought this was it.
I think he's coming out with a new album, The RZA and the Keister. It's going to be great.
Oh,
love
Yeah,
my.
that's going to be great.
Can you rap, Michael?
Oh,
They're going to call it See Ya. It's got to be. That's the single. See Ya.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Yastrzemski with a fly ball to right field. Soto is there, and that'll do it as the Giants go down in order. There's the RZA. That's RZA if you want to Google it. We go to the fifth. What is that? The Merlot Commodore. The views here, it's just amazing. Audi scoreboard, 4-2 Yankees lead, top of the fifth. LeMahieu, Volpe, and Soto. 1-1. LeMahieu singled his first time up. Came around to score on Soto's sac fly. Right back to Webb. Kind of awkward the way that played at first base.
Yeah, way off the base. DJ LeMahieu just, that's what you do. You just beat that sinker into the ground. But yeah, Flores way off the base at first base. He had to wait Webb to give him the ball.
Volpe doubled his last time up. Came around to score on Verdugo's single. Yankees get 2 in the first on the Judge home run, 464-foot blast to left center. And then 2 in the third. Grounded and grabbed beautifully by Flores. He'll take it himself for the second out. Nice play by Wilmer Flores.
Tell you what, you talk about his ground ball rate being so high. If you're an infielder, you better be ready on every pitch because the ground ball could be coming your way. Flores way off the bag again. Takes it himself. Every once in a while, I think Bailey thinks that Webb might need a little breather here after running over to first base a couple times, but 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning.
Now Webb watched the Yankees-Angels series this week. He said the whole crowd was Yankee fans, so there's going to be a lot of Yankee fans here. It's not fun facing some of these guys. You've got to face Aaron Judge. I'm in his book opening day last year, so don't throw it there. I know Soto is going to shuffle when I throw a ball. I'm going to smile at him. I love it. I think it's great.
There's that scoreboard that confuses me, Michael. See that orange? They're not little boxes to fill in. It's just a blank orange spot. That's what's it's got me off.
But they do have the numbers over the orange to tell you where the innings would be.
Yeah, but I'm used to the little boxes.
All right.
It's just the way it is.
One and one on Soto. Soto with a single and a run scored and a sac fly. Lined into center field. It is going to be past Matos. He tried the shoestring catch, and it goes all the way to the wall. Yastrzemski gets the ball. Here comes Soto going to third, and he will make it with a triple.
You saw a little hesitation in Matos whether he should come in and get it or not, and then he went for it at the end, but the ball was scalded. But then you see that little stutter step, which cost him making this catch, and that's the problem with in center field. When you miss it, nobody behind you. Yastrzemski had to come all the way from right. Soto's waiting to see whether or not, still has plenty of time to get to third base after it goes to the wall.
And that brings up Judge. 1-0.
Well, again, this is another situation where, you know, if you're Webb, you know you cannot give Aaron Judge anything to hit. He's just too hot right now. Base open, 2 outs. Looking over at Bob Melvin, you want to just put 4 fingers up? You want me to throw a couple more?
Got away with one there.
Yeah, that's the one thing as a hitter, when you think that they're pitching around you, every once in a while you miss a pitch because you're not really sure. So that ball actually backed up right down the middle of the plate.
Two and two on Judge.
Well, that's his good sinker there, and you see as a hitter, you just get on top of it. You track it all the way in, you think you're right on it, and it just keeps sinking, and you just hit the top half of the ball. right into the ground.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Soto is at third, his 3rd triple of the year. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Soto stranded at third. We're halfway through. Yankees 4, Giants 2. Brought to you by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. 81 wins, an ERA of 3.78, 849 strikeouts. With the Yankees from 55 to 59, with the Giants from 62 to 64. Playing for the Browns, the Orioles, many teams. So name that Yankee.
I never got past all the logos up there.
A lot of logos.
Some old school logos there.
Ramos pops it up and out of play behind the plate. Got the Colt 45s, the Orioles old logo. Kansas City A's.
Wow, this is some old stuff. You youngsters out there watching the game tonight, still up. You're going to have to get some help.
One, two. Ground ball. Backhanded by Volpe. Fires high over the head of Rizzo, and it bounces into the seats. And that allows Ramos to go to second.
Boy, you could tell from right when he let this ball leave his hand, it was going to be high. It just sailed way over Rizzo's head. Bad break for the Yankees, too, that it ricocheted into the stands.
Scored a single and the E6 on the throw. Here's Trenton Brooks. He walked in the 3rd inning, came around to score on the Schmidt home run. Runner at second, nobody out, bottom of the 5th, 4-2 Yanks. 1-0. Two and 0. They have a play on. Close at second. Nice play by Volpe to keep that from going into center field. Three and 0 on Brooks. 67 pitches for Poteet. Probably they could top him out at 80. He's been out for 12 days with a blister problem. And a strike. Rip down the right field line, foul.
Well, Brooks DHing tonight, only 1 for 5, so offensively not really knowing who you got if you're Poteet, but a big out here. I mean, you don't want to pitch yourself into a jam after the hit in the air. You want to walk here with a guy that really hasn't proven that offensively he can do a lot at this point.
Swing and a miss, got him on the curve. Brooks down on strikes as Poteet came back from 3-0.
Yeah, it's a great comeback. And then he put him away with a breaking ball, which, you know, as a hitter, you're thinking sinker ball, and all of a sudden 3-2. Big breaking ball out of the strike zone, but got a swing and a miss.
New customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet wins.
A little conference on the mound. Casey Schmidt. With the 2-run home run his last time up. Yankee bullpen at this point quiet.
Well, this was a no-doubter. This sinker just didn't have a lot of movement. Schmidt's first home run of the year for the Giants. His 23rd at bat, just being called up the second time.
And a strike to Schmidt. One and one. Two and one. Poteet really taking his time now. Not sure if he's fatigued, but he is milking the pitch clock. And a strike. Schmidt thought it was ball 4.
It looks like it came down off the plate, but got the call. Again, another big pitch.
High fly ball, right center. Judge is there, makes the catch. Tagging Ramos to throw his cutoff by Volpe. 2 down, runner on third.
Really, really good pitch selection. After the breaking ball away, he stayed away from the sinker and he jammed him with a 4-seam fastball. So now you've pitched really well, and you got a double play here, Michael. He left too early. What a way to get out of an inning, huh?
That is a nice, easy way to get out of an inning. Heads up by the Yankees to notice it. Poteet's still out on the field, though.
The umpires are going to have a little chat here.
I think the Giants might challenge.
San Francisco is challenging the out call at second base that the runner left too soon.
I don't think he left soon. From that angle, Paul, what do you think?
You really can't tell. I mean, it was such a long way to see when the ball really entered Aaron Judge's glove. But again, you always remember what the call is on the field. And I'm sure we'll have some better replays.
Right now, it scored a double play, 8-6.
No, they're going to overturn this. He was clearly on second base.
Challenge replay brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Yeah, that's a bad call. He was clearly on the bag. And the Yankees are watching it on the big screen, and they're walking back out on the field.
Yeah, this shouldn't take long. That was pretty obvious from that angle. Well, let's just assume that they're going to overturn this.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is safe. He will be placed at third base. San Francisco will retain their challenge.
As we assumed, they were going to overturn it. But what has happened is Potitas got 2 big outs. And now he's got an opportunity to get out of this inning, and that would really, really help Aaron Boone. He could probably start the bullpen fresh coming out in the 6th.
So here's Brett Wisely, runner on third, 2 outs. Yankees lead 4-2, bottom of the 5th. Well, he keeps falling behind. 1-0. Now Hamilton's up. Hit sharply and past a diving Rizzo into right field. Ramos scores. It's an RBI single for Wisely, and the Giants have pulled to within 1.
Well, it was a changeup. It was up in the strike zone. And Wisely hammered it and just got it by Anthony Rizzo. That's a shame. He pitched very well to try to get out of this inning. He gave up a 2-out hit, scoring the Giants' 3rd run.
Yankees are up 4-0 at one point. Now it's 4-3. Pitch to Matos is outside. Two and 0.
Yeah, it looks like Potita's really kind of emptying the tank here, Mike. It's just really kind of struggling to throw strikes, to get ahead. Almost got out of this inning. Now 2-0 again behind Matos.
Grounded foul. And he's been consistent with 17 pitches other than the first inning. And he has to be economical because he does not have a high pitch count expectancy.
Yeah, you got to believe this is his last hitter either way.
Soto is right there and puts it away. Giants creep closer, 1 run. 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left. We played 5, 4-3 Yanks. The Audi Q5 5th inning recap is brought to you by Audi and the 2024 Audi Q5. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard, 4-3 Yankees lead as we start the 6th. Verdugo with an RBI single through the left side of the infield in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Verdugo down on strikes.
Again, when you're looking at that good sinker, just down, 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 and he's just above it. But you got to feel like Webb, after being down 4-0, Frisco has fought back into this game. He's got to feel like now that he can shut down the Yankees a couple innings, he's got a chance at this game.
Webb is in the first season of a 5-year, $90 million extension that he signed last April. Base hit, past to diving Wisely. So Stan picks up a single.
Webb really changes his arm angle on that breaking ball. Stan just shoots it through the right side, and he hits the ball so hard that sometimes the infielders don't have time to react. Ball ends up in right field.
Rizzo takes low. Webb was 2nd in the voting for the National League Cy Young Award. Blake Snell 1. He had 36 innings on Snell, but his ERA was exactly a run higher, 3.25 to Snell's 2.25. Since 2021, he is 4th in WAR amongst pitchers. He's a workhorse. One and two on Rizzo. Rizzo with 2 fly balls to the left. We're in the 6th inning. Yankees 4 and the Giants 3. Webb. Pitch count getting up there, 93 pitches. This guy the other way. And it falls untouched.
Can you watch Anthony Rizzo? He does the move up, thinking he can get that sinker. He did it in San Diego to get a breaking ball. The sinker, kind of the same thing. If you get it out in front of the plate, you take away a little of the movement. The only problem is you add velocity to it.
Ground ball, this could be 2. There's 1 on to first. It's a double play. 4-6-3, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees up by 1. Against the Giants, coverage begins at 3 without a batting practice today in the pregame with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 4. And remember, if you get Yes on TV, you get the Yes app for free. Now, if you listen real closely, you can hear them singing Kiss from a Rose.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
That's what if they're not seals? What if they're something else?
I think they're seals.
Meredith, you have to answer this question for me.
Oh, boy.
So did you see between on the big screen, there was a marriage proposal.
Why?
The guy was on his knees. Now, what if you're the woman and you really don't want to do it, but you're on the big screen? Do you just tell him tomorrow or something, or what do you do?
You either make a hard choice and say no on the spot.
In front of 50,000.
And embarrass him, which I would feel so bad for the guy, right? Or you, a courtesy yes. Is that worse, though? You say yes, and then like 5 minutes later, you're like, nah, I'm not into it.
There it is in between innings, and that is not the television screen. That is a big screen everybody in the stadium can see.
Well, there's only one answer. You say yes, and then you tell them no when you drive it home.
On the way home, you know what?
What'd you do?
Why'd you embarrass me?
Yeah.
I mean, if you rent out the entire place, maybe that would be okay. I don't know. I don't love the ballpark marriage proposals. To anyone that's done it, congratulations. Glad it's worked out for you.
I hope you all got yeses.
So where's the perfect place for when you get engaged, Meredith?
I mean, don't hold your breath, Michael.
She's got a whole list of them, Michael. There's not a one and only, you know.
Well, there's some very, very, very lucky guy out there who's not taking a shot.
It's like a trait, you know, player to be named later. We'll see.
Very nice.
So there was a thing that was tweeted out today. You know Laura Albanese, who works for Newsday? How much it costs to propose at every Major League Baseball stadium.
Oh, wow.
So that right there, $175 to get on the big screen.
That's not too bad.
It's pretty economical.
I mean,
Maybe that is the way to do it.
you threw away a lot of money on a ring, right?
No, I saw that graph. Isn't like $2,500 in Dodger Stadium?
Yeah, $1,500 at Nats Park, if this is accurate. Let's not let the facts get in the way of a great story right now. Only $100 at Yankee Stadium.
Love it.
Bargain.
Very good.
And Mike Medvin, one of our producers back at the studio, said, what a bargain. Pittsburgh Pirates $39, and that backdrop in Pittsburgh is beautiful.
Wow.
See, I just have to find out why 39.
I don't know, Michael. Why do it at all, right? Save your money.
She's got a very weird outlook on life, you know?
She does.
Well, I do too. That's why we get along.
I've been 10 days with you guys. I'm going to have to fix myself when I go home.
Admit it, Meredith, don't you love having Paul O'Neill in the wild?
It has been
It's
awesome.
been unbelievable.
I love it.
I feel like I have been in the wild. It's been a road trip. I've gone up down the coast. I've seen colleges, animals, all kinds of stuff. See the Yankees play well, home runs, Aaron Judge.
Good trip for you.
Mm-hmm.
Ground ball to second. They retire Bailey, so Hamilton comes on, gets the first two. Now, Paul, you got to help me out. So you just heard the attendance announced. It's 34,487. Last night was 35,018.
Yeah,
There's way more people here.
I agree with you 100%.
I mean, there's people in the upper deck and left field. There was nobody there yesterday.
Right. And yesterday was Willie Mays' bobblehead dog. Remember, we were walking home last night, all kinds of people strutting around with the Willie Mays bobbleheads. That's how the trip started.
Great
at the
trip.
San Diego Zoo. That was awesome.
That girl is probably still thinking of you right now.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss. Good inning for Ian Hamilton. Retires the Giants in order. We're going to go to the 7th inning. For the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet 365 by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Some great players, these two iconic franchises. Four pretty decent players right there.
Yeah, I said it last night. It's worth repeating. The only organization to have 4 players in the 500 home run club.
There's history between these two teams. They've played in the World Series 7 times. The Yankees have won 5 of them. Giants won the first 2. Last time they met was in 1962. Yankees won that one. And in regular season play, Giants are 6-13 against the Yankees. Webb has settled down after, you know, for him, somewhat shaky first 3 innings. Takes a lot of pride on giving the Giants innings.
Yeah, this is going to be his last also. I mean, he's going to throw his 100th pitch right here. Can't see him stretching him out. Probably a 1-2-3 inning, or he's probably not going to make it to the finish line here in the 7th.
Foul back. He's thrown over 100 pitches in a game 6 different times this season. Strike 3. Torres now looking. He's 0 for 3 against Webb.
After seeing some sinkers down in the strike zone, all of a sudden one up in the strike zone. Gleyber just gave up on it.
Fouled away. 0-2 on Wells. Wells is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball to first. Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes.
Not too many left-handed hitters. I mean, this is kind of the pitch that lefties love, down and in. I think Wells actually likes the ball out over the plate and up, where down and in has been giving him a little bit of problem.
There's DJ LeMahieu outside. Off the plate, but he gets a strike call there, 1-1. Two and one on LeMahieu. 107 pitches tonight. That's a season high for Webb. This Giant team is ravaged by injuries. They're trying to keep their head above water till they get some of them back. They're 500 right now. Fly ball, right center. Matos runs it down, and Webb retires the Yankees in order. Time for the stretch in San Francisco. 3-0. Poteet went 5, 3 hits, 3 runs. Aaron Judge, a long 2-run home run in the first. Logan Webb, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. Didn't walk a batter. Struck out 6, and a 2-run home run by Casey Schmidt. That's how it breaks down as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. New Yankee pitcher, as the Yankees will have to get 12 outs out of the bullpen. Next one up is Caleb Ferguson. 24th game for Ferguson. It'll be Yastrzemski, Ramos, and Brooks.
Aaron Boone going right here with 2 lefties. Yastrzemski left side, Smith on deck, and then you got Wisely, a left-hander also. So a good, what they call lane for Ferguson, facing 2 lefties out of the first 3 hitters.
Three and 0. Yastrzemski 0 for 2. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Tying runs on first. Santana warming up. Ferguson has to face at least 3. Fouled away. 0-2 on Elliot Ramos. One, two. Giants are 8-16 against teams 500 or better, which is the 8th worst record against such teams in baseball. Yankees are 13-8 against 500 or better, and that's the 5th best in baseball. Swing and a miss, got him. Came back to strike him out on a 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer.
Well, the game's hard to figure out. You walk a lefty on 4 pitches and strike out the righty. Now you got another lefty, and Brett Wisely.
Well, due up is Trenton Brooks, and they're going to send up Jorge Soler to pinch hit for Brooks.
Well, Soler, we talked about him the other night, the power he possesses. So Bob Melvin obviously hoping that he can run into one. Only hitting 199 on the year, but he has had some years where he has put up big numbers, home run wise.
He's got massive power. Make a mistake, he can give them the lead.
In 2019, just to your point, Michael, 48 home runs as a Royal, 36 home runs in his first All-Star game last year with the Marlins. So
and a strike.
Boy, I tell you what, as a pinch hitter, that's the worst thing that can happen. You'd love to see a pitch, but that was a borderline pitch. Went Ferguson's way. Now you're down in the count and almost in panic mode coming off the bench.
1-1. Chopped to short. There's one. On to first. Not in time. We'll have to take another look, see if the Yankees challenge.
He's out. First look, we'll take a look at it again, but this is a ball. We've gone over at the new rule, Michael, that there wouldn't have been a chance that Glaber throws this ball without just getting knocked over by somebody going in hard to second base. Yankees agree with the call and are not going to challenge.
So here's Casey Schmidt. 2 away, runner on first. And a strike. Bottom of the 7th inning, Yankees 4, Giants 3. Count 0-2. He's pitched better against the righties than he did throwing 4 straight against the lefty.
Yeah, we saw him in Anaheim. Same thing, come out of the bullpen and walk somebody immediately. So it seems like before he gets his bearings or where he is, he's got somebody on base.
There's a base hit through the right side. Soler will stop at second. It's a single for Schmidt, having a good night. First and second with 2 men out, bringing up Wisely.
I think with another lefty coming up, and see Schmidt kind of inside out this ball, find a hole on the right side. I've seen these the right side of the infield open so much as I have in this road trip, Michael. It seems like every second baseman is kind of playing up the middle.
So Melvin stays with the lefty against the lefty. He has Estrada on the bench. He could send him up. But he knows if he sends up Estrada, then Boone's going to probably go with Canely or Santana. And he'd rather wisely face Ferguson.
You see that bench, all right-handed hitters.
One and one. And the lefty deals. 2-1. On deck is Matos. Popped up. Shallow left field. Verdugo makes the play, and Ferguson works into and out of trouble.
He kind of got off to a rocky start with Aaron Judge kind of stealing the show, but then he really settled down, as he has done pretty much his whole career. 7 innings, not a career high, but a season high, 108 pitches. He's kept Frisco in the game. Now they go to their bullpen.
Ryan Walker first out. And he'll face the top of the Yankee order. There's a strike. Kind of turns his back on the batter. One.
You see Walker all the way on the first base side of the rubber, where he does turn his back and then kind of steps and slings the ball sidearm. Really hard to pick up for a right-handed hitter.
Busiest reliever in the majors right now. This is his 30th appearance. Leads the majors. As the years have gone by, he's become more sidearm. Former 31st round pick out of Washington State University. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes.
Yeah, it's just a tough angle. You see as a hitter, he's really hiding the baseball. So you pick it up late, and he's got this little slider that just continues to run off the plate.
So here's Soto. Single and a triple and a sac fly. Always curious to see how that type of pitcher will play against the opposite hitter. We'll see now with Soto.
Well, you saw the strikeout with the breaking ball. That's a two-seamer where, you know, he can get movement in on the lefty, out in on the inside corner.
Got some zip on the fastball.
And that's another thing you don't see very often. Somebody with that sidearm delivery able to throw 97.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Dominated the first two Yankee batters. Let's take a look at the Audi electric moment, and it happened in the first inning.
Well, it happened twice last night, and then we got off to a good start tonight, and this was a bomb 460-some feet away. And Judge has been on fire all through May and now here in June.
Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. The Audi electric moment. So here's Judge. The 0-1. Now quickly 0-2.
Well, Walker's trying to make short work of the Yankees here. The top of the 8th.
A home run in the first inning. Judge's 277th. Next up on the Yankee list is Bernie at 287, 7th place. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded by Wisely. Throw to first over the head of Flores, allowing Judge to reach. It'll be a single.
Aaron Judge's been so hot, you're almost disappointed when he hits a single, but this ball on the other side of second base. Very, very tough play for Wisely.
Fortunately for the Giants, that did not bounce over that small wall in front of the dugout. If it had, Judge would be at second. So here's Verdugo. He's 1 for 3. Verdugo had his hitting streak snapped yesterday. It was 11 straight. Trying to start a, well, maybe starting a new one today with that single in the 3rd inning that drove in a run. High fly ball, right center, and that is going to be over the try of Matos and up against the wall. Judge will score. Verdugo is going for 3. He'll make it. It's an RBI triple. Yankees lead 5-3.
Oh, what a big run for the Yankees. I mean, Walker comes in and it looks unhittable for the first 2 hitters. And Aaron Judge with an infield hit, and then Verdugo just hammers one to the deepest part of the park. Falls in, and Aaron Judge coasts home with a big tack-on run for the Yankees. First fastball you see that has been over the middle of the plate. Verdugo crushed it.
Stanton takes a slider for a strike. It's a big run for the Yankee bullpen. One and one on Stanton.
You know how frustrating that is, Michael, when you're part of the Giants and you're out there and you all of a sudden you fight back, you're 1 run down and a quick 2 outs, and then boom, another run on the board. Just makes it that much harder with only 6 outs left.
1-2 on Stanton. Driven deep to left field. Gone! Wraps it around the foul pole for a 2-run home run, and the Yankees lead 7-3.
Well, again, I mean, this is the kind of Yankees that they can just throw up runs at any time. And the only question here on Big G's 14th of the year, was it going to stay fair? Off the bat, you knew it had the distance. Didn't know if it was going to hook foul. It stayed fair. 2 more runs on the board for the Yankees. A hanging breaking ball. Stanton kind of steering it himself. Big home run.
First 2 batters, he looks dominant. Then the single by Judge, the triple by Verdugo on this 2-run home run right down the line. One and one on Rizzo.
Again, a lot of times when you get out in front and just hook the ball, it'll just continue to hook. Stanton got through it, and it just stayed straight as an arrow.
Fly ball left field. Ramos is there, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 3 big runs on 3 hits, and nobody left on base. A single, a triple, and this home run off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. 14th home run of the year. That was 31 ribbies, and Yankees now have a 4-run lead. Question.
It certainly is. Probably the most famous game ever pitched in Major League Baseball. Huh?
Don Larson is the answer. There were the Yankees, there were the Giants. He modeled a lot of uniforms, but his most famous day in the big leagues, 1956 World Series. He threw a perfect game against the Brooklyn Dodgers. And the lead in the paper the next day, the imperfect man pitched the perfect game. Tommy Kahnle, the new Yankee pitcher, he deals a strike to Matos as we start the bottom of the 8th inning. Yogi leaps into his arms.
Actually was the MVP of that series in 1956.
Foul back. 4th game for Tommy Kahnle since coming off the IL. Poteet starting in place of the injured Clark Schmidt. He won 5. Ian Hamilton in inning. Caleb Ferguson in inning. And now Tommy Kahnle here in the 8th.
I thought Poteet threw the ball pretty well. They gave up the home run, but that got them back in the game. Then he battled, and you could see right towards the end, seemed to be really running out of gas, trying to, started to lose location and everything, but kept it together to get through. Give the bullpen a lead. Tommy Kahnle with that good changeup just disappears down in the strike zone.
Here is Wilmer Flores.
I got a look-alike when I just look at him. I just say, remember Maglio Ordonez?
Yes, I do.
Kind of looks like him
a little bit.
Huh?
Yep. Near the 2015 trade deadline, playing shortstop for the Mets, as reports swirl that he and Zach Wheeler are being traded to the Brewers for Carlos Gomez. Flores began crying on the field. He wanted to stay with the Mets so badly. That's the only team he knew. As Soto makes the play. But he didn't leave the game, as the Met official said there was no deal. And the Mets backed out at the last minute over concerns about Gomez's hip.
Huh.
Two days later, the Mets made the trade for Yoenis Cespedes, and that kind of catapulted them into the 2015 World Series, which they ended up losing to the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, he was so relieved that that trade didn't go through. He hit a home run the next day.
Yep. It was a walk-off. But now he's a veteran leader on this team. 2-0 on Patrick Bailey. Yankees lead 7-3. Yankees have 10 hits. Giants have 4. Two and 2. Boy, Kahnle has good stuff tonight.
Well, he's got that good changeup, and he can throw 96, 97, which really sets it up. But his bread and butter pitch is that changeup. Great arm action. Looks like a fastball, just does not get there.
Swing and a miss. Pitches a 1-2-3 inning. We take this baby to the 9th inning. 7-3 Yanks. Night. First 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a Juan Soto basketball jersey, courtesy of Cannon. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com.
Michael, you informed me today, and I didn't even know. That a lot of the Golden State Warriors were here last night at the game. That their arena is right down the road here now in Frisco.
Yep.
I remember how many times we would walk out of the Oakland Coliseum, and it was right next to it in the same parking lot.
Yeah, the Chase Center is absolutely state-of-the-art gorgeous. Randy Rodriguez in for the Giants, and Labor fouls it away. Yankees lead 7-3. Yankees, when they score 5 or more runs in a game this season, They're 29-2, and that's a testament to how good their pitching is. And when leading after 8 innings this year, they're 35-1. Punched out toward right field, a base hit for Gleyber Torres.
Well, again, everything kind of falling away, you see, but he just kind of slaps it and punches it to right field. When Gleyber's going good, he'll drive that ball the other way instead of kind of just feel for it and slap it. Then it ends up as a good single.
Austin Wells takes a strike. Austin's 0 for 3. Clay Holmes warming alongside Dennis Santana.
I was kind of wondering, Michael, that the inning before when the Yankees just, tacked on those 3 runs, went up by 4. You had Santana and Canely up. What scenario was Boone going to use with a 4-run lead, and he went to Canely instead of Santana? Now, obviously, if the Yankees, throw a couple more on the board, you go to Santana instead of Holmes.
I wonder if you go to Holmes even with a 4-run lead, because it's not a save situation. We saw that yesterday. They kept Luke Weaver in with Holmes warming.
Right. Like I said, everything is really lined up really well for Aaron Boone as far as the starters going, guys getting their rest, and Clay Holmes hasn't pitched in a couple days, so.
Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes. 1 away. Hey, don't miss an all-new episode of the Hit Yes app series, The Story of My Number, presented by the New York Lottery. On this week's show, host Gracie Cashman goes behind the numbers with Don Mattingly, tell the story of his career. Now streaming exclusively on the Yes app. Now, Donnie in the show tells Gracie that Kirby Puckett gave him the nickname Donnie Baseball, and he said that Michael Kay argues that he gave it to me, but it was Puckett. All I could tell Donnie is, look at the first person put it in print. It was me.
I'm on your side, man. I'm sitting up here with you. I'm on your side. Kirby Puckett was a absolute joy to be around on the baseball field. So, but I'm sticking with you.
I'll call Mattingly between innings and tell him. 6-4-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 7-3 Yanks. Stream live games on the Yes app and complete quest to earn badges, reach all-star level. You can select a free item from our swag store. Take it to MVP and receive a $50 gift card. Go to the Yes app and check your balance and start earning today. All right, the Yankees try to win another series. They're 3 outs away. They lead 7-3, 7-11-1 for the New York Yankees. And they are going to go to their closer, Clay Holmes, despite it not being a save situation. This will be his 26th game, and you can make the argument he's been the best reliever in baseball. He's been very good, but 16 of 19 in save opportunities. He'll face Chapman, Yastrzemski, and Ramos. Chapman is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. And a strike. Well, the Yankees have played 18 series so far this year. They're 14-2-2. So if they win this game, they win this series. They would have won 15 of their first 19 series. They've only done that 5 times in the history of the franchise, which began in 1903. Trying to become the 6th team. But still 3 outs to go. Since losing 3 out of 4 in Baltimore in that 4-game set at Camden Yards, they are 7-0-1 in 8 series. There's a strike. 3-2.
Again, the movement makes it look like a breaking ball, but that's a 96-mile-an-hour sinker.
Payoff. Another foul ball. Giants trying to avoid going under 500. They're 29-29. Yankees looking for their 41st win of the year.
Well, the Giants are really, you know, other than the home run, and I mean, they've only got 4 hits, so it's been the Yankees just dominating again, pitching. Clay Holmes walks Chapman.
Well, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. And a strike to Yastrzemski. Holmes last pitched on May 29th. That was in Anaheim against the Angels. 0-2. It's such a tightrope to manage a closer. You don't want him to get too much rest. You don't want to overuse him. So this is June 1st. Last pitched on May 29th. They get him in the game even if it's not a save situation, because you know you have Monday off as well.
So you would be able to use him tonight, possibly tomorrow, and then you'd have the off day on Monday.
A walk by Chapman extended his on-base streak to 19 games. He's been one of the Giants' hotter hitters. Ground ball to second. Let's see if they can turn 2. There's 1. That's all they'll get. No return.
With men on base, especially against left-handers, I just love to see Clay Holmes stay with that sinker, because you're going to get hard ground balls, possible double plays. Very frustrating. I mean, to realize how hard it is to hit 97, 98 with that much movement. Just a heavy ball. It almost hurts your hands when you hit it.
Ramos swings and misses. The slider and the sinker for him, both plus pitches.
Yeah, his breaking ball, I mean, he's always had the sinker, but his breaking ball this year has been much more consistent. Another one right there, just off the outside corner. You can pretty much do anything you want here. Throw another breaking ball off the plate or just bury that sinker down and in.
Swing and a miss. Giants down to their final out.
After a couple breaking balls, and then you see the sinker down and in, and it's just it's a great sequence, but you got to be able to you know, execute those pitches, and Holmes did.
So here is Soler. And that sinker catches the outside corner, 0-1. It started with a Judge 2-run home run. They added 2 in the 3rd and then 3 in the 8th. Yankees lead 7-3. Now the Yankees are a strike away.
So we changed up last time. Breaking ball, then sinker in. That was a sinker in. So, you know, if you're going to change things up, you go slider or break a ball away.
Grounded, fair. Inside 3rd and down the left field line. Kicks off the sidewall. Yastrzemski's at 3rd. They're going to hold him there as Verdugo gets the ball into Volpe. It's a double for Soler, and the Giants are still alive. 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs.
Oh, good job by Soler. He did try to go for that break a ball away, but it just did not have a lot of bite on it. See, it just kind of hangs right there. There just hits a ground ball, ends up getting by DJ LeMahieu down the left field line.
Yastrzemski is at third, Solaire's at second, Casey Schmidt at the plate. 1-0. That double by Solaire breaks an 0 for 15 for him. High fly ball, left field. Verdugo is there. Verdugo makes the play, and the Yankees win again, 7-3. They are 6-2 in the first 8 games of this 9-game road trip, and that guy's right in the middle of it again.
Well, you're in amazement. Every night you wonder how many home runs or what Aaron Judge is going to do, and this Yankee team just continues to win. Michael, you've seen a lot of baseball. To come out here and play this well on the West Coast, that's really saying something.
And now tomorrow, if they can win that, they sweep this series and they go on a 3-city 10-day 9-game road trip, and they have the potential to go 7-2.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, and it's just, I mean, it's like a storybook team right now. Pitching's great. Your stars are being stars, and you just keep shaking hands at the end of the day with another win under your belt.
Judge has homered in 3 straight games, the first 2 games of this series on the field where he watched players that he idolized as a kid. Now he is being idolized by many. We'll be back.